Hey y'all, this is Anna Alexander. Welcome to my basement as I'm trying to stay cool on a nice and lovely 95-degree day in the Pacific Northwest. But I'm here to watch for the first time Outlander Season 2, Episode 6. Jack has returned. Jack is in our peripheral vision in all of his schmarmy, oozy-goozy essence. He's just so, how does he end up with Mary? It has to be a marriage of convenience. He's gonna do right by his brother because he does have a weird sense of honor regarding the things he holds sacred, to the point where he will mess up anybody who gets in his way. Yeah, anywho. What is maddening to me about Claire in this season is she's making bad story choices and they don't feel... Maybe I can make sense. So, in our time that we have spent with Jamie, it is very clear he is not only a proud man, he is a proud 1700s man. Proud 1700 Scottish Highland warrior man who was assaulted terribly and completely his world spiraled out of all the crap that has happened to him. Being broken down and having his soul taken away to the point where he was considering suicide, and you've given him hope to live. Great. Okay, so yeah, he's gonna defend that. He's going to get his revenge somehow, some way. So yes, Claire, we understand your concern. But man, there had to have been a better, smarter way to handle the whole situation, because I think we've made things worse by reacting instinctually. You needed to take a good 10 minutes to go, okay, wait, what needs to be done? And when you're making characters have story choices, you want to give them the suck and suck your option. Yes, but for me to be successful, I want that suck and suck your option to be like, oh, I get it. Both suck. I don't know how I would choose either. And in this case, her option was let Jamie have this duel, potentially die, or I'm going to not tell Jamie, have Randall thrown in jail on trumped up charges just to give myself time to talk to Jamie. There was clearly another option that was available. There was more than those two. You had a third option, Pumpkin, and that was to talk to your husband, really talk to him about what was happening. Anywho, so here we are. I don't know what's going to happen next because there's too many things going on, but I'm here. I've got some water on standby because, as I said, it's 95 degrees. Cool. The basement is nice and comfortable. Upstairs, though, I'm glad I'm down in the basement. I'm ready to go in case Pony Prince Charlie shows up. We shall see. But thank you so much for being with me on this adventure. Let's just get to it, y'all.
Randall's been released from the Bastille. I'll meet with his second this afternoon. Set the terms for the duel. The woods west of the city are safe. Gendarmes in a patrol there. You need to concentrate. I'll fetch the broadswords.
Broadswords. They're going to walk with broadswords through Paris.
Not dueling with Randall.
Why?
Yes, Pumpkin. Yes. So how does Randall die? How did Randall die originally? Did they ever say? Because it'd be interesting if they did have a reason why. Where did the baby go? Where was her baby when she went back through the stones?
You're going somewhere?
I've been summoned by His Majesty to perform my usual duties.
What crime is this man being executed for?
It is said to be several persons, practitioners of the dark arts.
Oh, no.
And all those who associate with them.
Oh, no.
But the king's pleasure is to have them drawn and quartered. But to properly execute the sentence of drawing and quartering, that requires great skill indeed. First,
Oh, no, don't show us
the
how.
man or
No, we don't need to know.
As death approaches, you must reach inside the cavity and grasp the air.
Who designed this? Who, why?
So that the organ may be pulled forth while still beating. Hmm? You wish to please the crowd? Hmm?
You really needed television or a good book back then, huh?
Perhaps our friend, Master Remo, would be better company.
That was pointed. Don't go. Don't go straight for him and lead him to them. Why?
Monsieur Foray confided to me that he's preparing for multiple executions. You're in danger, Master Raymond.
Don't worry. No matter how often one removes weeds, they have a habit of reappearing. We will meet again, Madonna, in this life or another.
In this life or another. Interesting.
Remember you said I owed you a life because you saved mine.
That wasn't a good thing to say.
I've saved yours as well, at least as often. Seems to me we're even.
Even?
You shouldn't be keeping score. You shouldn't be keeping score.
We may find ourselves staring into the abyss awaiting us at the bottom of Culloden Moor. So if anything should happen to me, I want there to be a place for you.
Oh.
Someone to care for you
Oh.
before I burn.
Oh.
Promise me that if the time should come, you will go back through the stones.
Not just back to the stones, back to Frank. But she didn't know Frank had shown up in Inverness. Until he showed up at her hospital room door.
Why are we trying to fake smallpox?
This is a terrible idea. Terrible idea. Terrible idea.
Rose madder. With luck, the combination will cause severe stomach pains and vomiting.
You're in for a pleasant evening.
Oh, we drank the whole thing.
The nettle juice on the skin will cause blistering, and the rose madder should produce blood in the urine.
You should have had a bucket on the standby.
Masquerades and games. What's next? A rousing game of charades.
I'm with you, Murtaugh. Although I'm not up to murdering Charles. However.
That is angry.
We need to tell him.
And they're just having this conversation out in the courtyard where anyone can overhear.
Randall.
Oh, Scalig. Okay, that's more helpful.
If you believe your wife to be a witch,
No.
then who am I to contradict you?
Not a witch, Pumpkin. Time traveler. Time traveler.
But you should have trusted me with that knowledge from the beginning.
This is gonna go so badly. This is gonna be horrible. They'll end up having to run for their life. And how do you run across the water?
You're in good hands.
See you in a few days.
Oh no, she's being left on her own. She's gonna be taken in for a witch again. Again. And where did her baby go when she went back in time? Or ahead in time?
I know when the rising begins.
Then you know how it ends, too.
Oh, I thought Jamie told him that part. I hate this plan. I hate this plan. I hate this plan. I hate this plan.
Why, I came as soon as I received your message.
C'est il y a des heures, j'ai cru attendre.
Oh, he's there too.
Certains de mes hommes ont été atteints par la...
A mysterious illness which no one has been able to diagnose as yet. We require you to transport the wine at once.
They got it off the boat.
You know this is not merely for financial gain. Mark me.
Oh,
The profits from this endeavor will be the seed to expel the Hanoverian usurpers to my father's throne.
Had to wake up the palate there.
You are a loyal and true patriot, James.
What if he just took some of the wine and not all of the wine?
Je serai bien sûr du voyage.
Because then they can get a little money, but not enough money.
Your conversation will provide a pleasant diversion.
Do you even trust these men that you found?
Money'll buy anything if you can where to look.
Fine. Do these highwaymen even have the proper attire to look the part?
No, this is getting too complicated.
We don't have time for an alternative, Claire.
Oh,
What if you get caught?
terrible idea, terrible idea.
I don't feel good about this.
Mm-hmm.
This feels needlessly risky. Like we haven't thought it through enough.
The whole plan wasn't thought through. The whole plan wasn't thought through. Where's Saint-Germain? There he is. Why would he hire Murtaugh or have Murtaugh part of this group when Murtaugh's been seen with Jamie around town? Murtaugh is quite recognizable. Someone's dying. Someone is dying. Murtaugh's gonna get shot. Mm-hmm. Oh, Jesus! Jamie, what are you doing? How much of his memory did he just wipe?
Doesn't it distress any of you? How this city treats its poor and underprivileged? I mean, surely you must see the staggering numbers of them as you travel through the city.
Claire, read the room. Is this an important conversation? Sure, but...
Vous avez tout à fait raison. Il nous faut faire quelque chose pour ces gens. Nous devrions envoyer nos maris se plaindre auprès du roi.
And kill them all.
The gendarmes should remove them to the less desirable parts of the city.
Backfire. Why is that little thread being introduced now into the story?
Claire, you must sit. Come rest.
It took me a bit to place her as Madame Maxine, especially when she's shorter. And the last time I remember seeing her as being a really tall giantess. Oh, Claire, what's happened to you?
You are bleeding, my dear.
She's losing the baby?
It is nothing to be concerned with. As you know, it is common to leak a bit at this stage. The hour is late. You will stay here tonight.
She's gonna lose this baby.
Sleep now. Allez.
She knows. So the theft was successful?
Une pratique commune des disciples, non?
Sur cette route, à cette heure précise, et avec cette cargaison-là.
Con, by your own account, Lord Broctorac saved you from injury or even death. If our cause fails, I will be forced to return home to Rome, where even the Pope's goodwill for my father begins to run dry. Or worse. Mark me, I will take my own life if I am forced to live in God-forsaken Poland.
Poland. Here's to Poland, which I'm sure is lovely certain times of the year. Wow, look at that spread. That looks delicious. I had frozen yogurt with raspberries and granola for lunch. Did not have a spread like this.
When will Murtaugh be home?
He's gone to Portugal to sell the wine.
He's still selling the wine? He's still selling the wine somehow. Won't that money get traced back to him?
Prince Charles has got himself into some trouble at the salon. Seems he's run up a substantial debt and refuses to pay.
Oh, no.
Toma así, allez.
Don't steal it. Oh, no. Oh, no.
Good afternoon, Magnus.
What is happening? What is happening?
Where's my lord?
Is he in the Bastille again?
Milord has gone to the Bois de Boulogne.
Nor why would he go to the woods?
He's doing the duel. Wow. Wow. That carriage is hurtling out of there. Is it not going to be Frank, but a different English officer? If Randall had died, would the ring disappear? Would that be like a signal that something happened to the bloodline? I love she's going to the woods, yet she knows in the woods where she needs to go. Well, Claire, this is how you distract Jamie, and he gets hurt.
Having found them, I could not intervene for fear of causing fatal interruption.
At least she was that smart. And they chose swords. That's not a broadsword.
How does she forgive you?
Fuck him! Oh no! Who was Jamie's second if Murtaugh's gone? Oh! 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 Oh, that's so fitting.
Jamie!
Messieurs, lâchez votre épée maintenant, immédiatement!
I have to get you home, milady.
No, Vita. Mother Hildegard.
Respirator!
Jamie!
He's not dead yet. So bad decisions were made all around. I think it's okay. Sometimes I forget that these are characters and not real people. So it was written. So they come up with this wackadoo plan. And then Claire has the audacity to say, I feel like we should give this more thought. It's like, yes, you should have. The whole time you should have given it more thought. And maybe that's just because that's me. Again, sometimes when you watch things, you always come at it from your own experience, observations, research, your whatever. So me always planning, I always have three plans: good, best, foobar, because I hate to be caught unawares. I hate being caught unawares. So I plan for as many different things as I can within reason. And within reason mean not to the point where I fuck myself up or prevent myself from doing something that could be enjoyable because I'm afraid of all the bad things that will happen. I just make a plan so as I'm going about, if something were to come in and knock me off track, I can correct course quicker and with less pain. That's how I roll. So if I am on a mission to subvert the Jacobite rebellion, you best bet that I'm going to have 4 or 5 different plans in play, especially knowing that there's so many different players involved. I'm going to make contingency plans for my contingency plans, because the result is, if you don't succeed, could be death. So I want Jamie and Claire to have that same level of preparedness, and they don't, and that makes me a little ragey. So, is Randall dead? No, I think Randall's wound is survivable. I think Randall's wound is survivable, possibly, but I don't think he'll be able to have children. I surely think Frank is Alexander's descendant. That's what I'm going. I could see that totally plausible, and maybe that's why Frank marries Mary, because she won't demand things of him. That is an interesting thought. But I totally think Frank's castrated, but I think he'll live. Now, if Jamie goes to the Bastille and be hung for dueling, plausible. It could be that once he's arrested, word gets out, Prince Charles hears, goes, hey, these are two Englishmen fighting. King, you don't give a fuck about two English guys. And the king might go, okay, fine. I can see that happening. That would be plausible. Or they have to do another prison escape, and that's how they end up in Scotland. Except Murtaugh's not there to help them escape. Claire is on her own with little Fergus. Wow. And she's losing the baby. I know she's going to lose the baby. So somehow, some way in this season, she will have to lose a baby, spend some time healing, and then get pregnant again before the end of season 2. That's a lot she's got to do. Holy. Wow. Interesting. Okay. So there we go. Episode 6. Is that halfway? Are we almost halfway through the season? There's so much that could go wrong. But thank you for joining me on this adventure, because you know I appreciate it so much to have you here with me, especially on this hot summer day. Oh my gosh, I'm melting. So I'm going to go up and have more frozen yogurt and possibly a cold beverage and enjoy my rest of the afternoon. I hope you have 5 seconds of joy today as well. So thank you again, and until next time, y'all.